Hi guys, my name is Anthony Cummins, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be doing part 6 I believe of the Iga and Koga ninja traditions, and they're basically principles from the ninja. So what I want to talk to you today is probably one of my all-time favourites, not because I prefer this type of thing, in fact it's disgusting, but it really does make for interesting reading. So let the principle of Mitsume and Kitsume. I hate that word. I always forget the second ki. I always say Kitsume instead of Kitsume. Right, okay, Koga tradition. Now, Koga Shinobi are totally barbaric and animal cruel. Iga seems to not be so much, but no, you know, I've not studied that in depth yet, but yeah. Right, kill 2 dogs while they are having sex or while they are mating. And take the vagina of the female and the male genitalia and put the second one into the first one, so basically have the penis go into the vagina and put them at crossroads. Next pray, now this is the important bit, next pray every morning for 7 days while offering a bowl of water. And you've got to ask for your wish to be filled. What's the principle here? What's the wish? The wish is about listening and seeing. So your principle, the principle is about observation here. It's observation, correct observation. Anybody can look and listen to things, but everybody can look and hear things, but are you observing and are you listening? So of course you could mix them around as much as you want, but that's the point. So let's go with look and hear, but listen and observe. So also spend the 7 days without speaking your word and make a vow of silence. So for 7 full days you make a vow of silence. You don't speak a word and you pray every morning after murdering some dogs to be given the correct information that you require for your mission. After these 7 days, take them out of the ground and put them in your house. Pray for a further 7 days, so that's 14 days now, just as above, so in silence, offering a bowl of tea this time, not water. After these 14 days, dry them out, put them on an altar, and then carry them in like a bag or something in cloth and put them in your kimono. And then when you go out into the town and you're listening after 14 days of ritual praying or vows of silence or contemplation on the mission ahead. So I want you to get that right, guys. Everybody scoffs at this. It's sort of like, oh, it's medieval madness. And yeah, the magic probably doesn't work. Yeah, it's like, you know, dog's testicles are not going to bring you the correct thing. But what probably does is your intention to sort of look for the correct things. So for 14 days you're absolutely angled at looking or listening for the correct thing. So basically what I'm saying is you've prepped your mind through doing this spell. Your mind is prepped and it's sharp and it's on, it's like a high tension wire waiting for the correct information. So when what you may have missed before suddenly pings the wire, or should do according to the tradition, of like, that's what I need, or that. So the idea is to prepare yourself in silence, get rid of the things from your mind, think only of the mission, contemplate the mission, contemplate, you know, the Buddhas and the deities helping you. And the idea is that by doing this, you will be given the correct given. You could put this 2 ways, that Buddha gives it to you, or the gods give it to you, or some divine inspiration gives it to you, or you pick it up because you're prepared, you know. Obviously the shinobi believed it was divine, but let's look at it from a modern perspective. But let's not eradicate, let's not go all atheist on this or all like modern. But these are medieval people, yeah. They believe in religion, they believe in universal deities and things like that. So you can't take that away from it. So basically it then talks about, in short, this entire thing is about listening. So let's go through the 3-fold layers of the secret traditions. So this next bit is about how you should teach someone through listening and observing the student. So it's like a reverse of the skill. You should start with light teachings, observe their character and nature, and if they're ready, admit them into higher traditions. Yeah. So remember, not all shinobi get the shinobi skills. Some people are really low-level shinobi. Middle tradition says you should not listen to things in a superficial way, but observe thoroughly and special care. This is known as, again, Mitsume and Kitsume. Right. Right, this last one is, I think, to be honest, the best bit, and it's over. Let me read it to you because people just ignore this sort of stuff. about things you should see or hear. You should not take this issue lightly, but try to observe or listen deeper to get the truth of things, considering the reason for why any situation is thus. This is Mitsume and Kikitsume. You should not fail to catch the truth when it surfaces, even if it's only visible for a moment. You achieve this by observing and listening, and speculating on what people are thinking beneath the surface, and consider their future actions. This is absolutely fundamental for ninjutsu. You go out, you're not jumping around with a black mask on and, you know, spitting blow darts and pulling your nipples. That's not what ninjutsu is about. They're really low, that's level 1, that's basic level. Pulling your nipples obviously is part of ninjutsu. So what it's saying is, like, you're there, you're a spy, it's intelligence. I've been thinking about this with the school I'm reconstructing, which is Nato Ryu, and it's like, what is it? What is ninjutsu? It's the art of, not that Nato Ryu is only ninjutsu, it's lots of things, but I've decided to call it the art of thinking, or the art of the mind, the art of contemplation. Because this means you're listening to people. You've already done the skill of the dog testicles and the vaginas, so you've got the information you feel is correct. Now what you do is you return back to your residence or your house, and you now contemplate the insubstantial, the substantial, the truth, the hidden in all the people's words. You then go into, what does that mean? People don't say what they mean. They say half-truths, or they say mistruths, or they say non-truths. I thought, let's go with non-truths because it has no connotations. These non-truths have messages behind them, and you can infer. This is police detective work. You infer, and lawyer work, and barristers and things like that, whatever what crowd do. You infer the meaning behind people's words. And one important factor in ninjutsu is that when people speak, they're not telling the truth. I'm not saying they're lying, they're telling non-truth, which means it's not the whole truth, and it's not what they want you. It's what they want you to hear, and not what they want you to know. What they want you to know is kept inside. So they give out what they want you to hear, and they keep inside what they want to remain. Your job as shinobi is to go through what is said into the mouth and into the mind and deconstruct it. So I love this analogy of the surface of the water. So I think of this as a fish. When the fish breaks the water, have you ever seen that? A fish breaks the water. That's ninjutsu. It's like you're observing the water. That's the conversation. Occasionally, the fish will break the water. And as it breaks the water, that's the true, that's the substantial, not the insubstantial. That's what you're looking for. So when you're doing observation skills and we're practicing this and you're listening, consider it all as water, the roughage of waves, whatever, and occasionally truth will surface. Truth will surface and identify it. This has been a longer video than I intended normally, but guys, back to the video. Follow me on Facebook. I've blocked the comments down below because I want you to come to the Historical Ninja Research Team. Josh, I'm sure will get a video up soon. What do you think, Josh, of the fish analogy? It's all in the book, guys. Right, see you later.